chocolate Odie bars from Kurt Cobain's journal. Really good. Super good. Excuse the telephones, I'm working right here. Let's see. So this just came in the mail. I'm pretty excited. I just opened it. I didn't really flip through it. Kind of just, well, okay, I did flip through it a tiny bit because I was so excited. I didn't think I was going to be this excited, but I was pretty excited. I'm going to do the cooking portion after I talk about the journals. I just want to say where I left off with the oat bars. They might be supposed to have been cookies. I don't know. I made them as bars. But where I left off, I was letting them set. I put them into the refrigerator overnight, and it set even better. So if you make these, you might want to let them set in the refrigerator for like 24 hours. So a few days later, I decided I wanted to think about this book a little more before I really said anything. So I've liked Nirvana since 1992, but I've never read any books to do with them. I've probably read some magazine articles, but other than that, I've never really read anything to do with them. I got this hoping it was going to show a lot of like how song lyrics came about, and just like his creative process, and it did, so I was glad about that. It's not so much a personal diary as more a notebooks. So it says journals, and maybe he would have considered this a journal, but I see it more like notebooks, workbooks for working out ideas. So what's in here is how song lyrics, you can see how they progressed. Letters to people that were either drafts or never got sent. There's artwork. There's ideas for videos. You can see how some of those evolved. Little comic strips. Some little short stories. Lots of lists. Recipes. Yeah, that sort of thing. There's nothing personal, that personal, like a diary. So keep that in mind. But I'm not going to try and like convince you to buy this if you aren't sure you want to read it. I mean, this came out in the early 2000s, like 2003, 2004, and I've only finally decided to read it. I bought it used, which was important to me to buy it used. So the first page, it says, "Don't read my diary when I'm gone." And then it says, "Okay, I'm going to work now. When you wake up this morning, please read my diary, look through my things, and figure me out." And it's really cute. And you could view that to justify your reading this, but it's not really addressed to you or to me. So, like I said, make your own decision about reading this. And I did get a little sad afterwards, once I was thinking about it. But it is really inspiring, too, to see the process of how songs were written. Cute. You're not getting a whole story. The pages are chosen, probably very carefully, so you can't really see what's behind the next page all the time. Sometimes they're just torn out pages. So it's just kind of a random mishmash of things. And it pretty much goes in chronological order, I think, but some of it seemed kind of out of place as well. I enjoyed it, but when you're reading someone's... I mean, a lot of artists have their diaries. A lot of writers, authors, artists, musicians. Famous people get their diaries published after they're gone. That's why a lot of people burn them. Or tell someone to burn them. So that's just... you want to think about something like that before you... I will say everything in here is something that was meant for other people to see. It's just maybe not in the form it's in. It was in the process of becoming something for other people to see. I think that's the best way to put what the contents of this book are. Okay. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful book. Alright, so there was a couple little recipes in here on the back. And I like to interact. I like when I can interact with a book. I like when there's something in it that I can go experience. Like if a book mentions music or other books or recipes or something, I'm going to try it, or I'm going to try and listen to it or find the other book. I like that when books send you on little journeys. And there's a lot of music listed in here. So there's still more I can do. I can listen to a lot of the music listed in here that I haven't listened to before. But I tried the recipes. So I'll show you what I made. Okay, so there's a couple of recipes, actually, written in this journal. Originally I saw the one right on the back cover. I don't know if you can see that. Right on the back cover, I thought I'd try that. But there's a couple in here, and it's just like a person that, you know, jotting down, so it's not, it might be hard to follow, is what I'm trying to say. So I have no idea what this is. This one is a dessert. I'm gonna make the whole Kurt Cobain meal. This is the dessert. There's a noodle salad, I guess, and then whatever this thing is on the back cover, and this is going to be lunch. We're going to see how this... So there it is. There's the recipe, written in red Sharpie. I'm going to move this to the side. We're going to set that aside, out of the way. Okay, then, in a saucepan. I love this saucepan. I hope it is going to be big enough, but I love this because it has this little pourer on it for pouring. And this is the exact sort of recipe that you need a little pourer for. Okay, let me see here. Okay, 2 sticks of butter. Sugar's a little hard. How much sugar was it? 2 cups of sugar. Wow. Okay, so that's 1 cup, and then I'll do another cup once the butter starts to melt. I just don't want too much stuff in there at once. Okay, 1/2 cup of milk. I have that all set. 1/2 cup of milk. Wow, I really hope this fits in this pot. You're supposed to bring this to a rolling boil for 2 minutes, and then we're going to pour it over the oats. So I will get back to you once it's all together. Once the butter melts down a little, I'm going to put the other cup of sugar in. It got a little crazy here right at the end. So it said boil for 2 minutes. Maybe I wasn't boiling it soon enough. It was about to boil over. And you want to make sure you keep stirring it, I'm guessing. So now you pour it over the oats, and then you stir it until it sets. Now, I was thinking this was a bar, but maybe it's cookies, because all it says after that is wax paper, and I've made bars before where you line a pan with the wax paper and then pour it in. But now I'm thinking this must be cookies, and you just drop them onto the wax paper. I'm going to try it as cookies. It might be a disaster. I mean, I had my pans out to do two bars. Oh god, there's chocolate sauce dripping all over the stove. We won't worry about that. Doesn't seem like there's enough oats in here. Maybe it is a bar. Let's just stir it and let it get set, and then we'll decide. Is that set? That looks like slop. What is set? Alright, I'm gonna let that sit. I'm gonna spread out the wax paper, which miraculously, I actually own wax paper. Should I leave it out, do you think, or put it in the refrigerator? So many questions. Oh, I'm like way over here. Sorry. You know, I don't do cooking videos, so you get what you get. Yeah, I think this is right. This is what I think. This is right. Alright, that looks pretty good, right? I love, like, Oaty oat cookies. Oaty oat bars. I never did them with chocolate. That's what this was really calling to me, because of the chocolate. I never thought to put chocolate in something like this before. So this is the only other page with a recipe on it, but it has this really delicious looking, it says Mom's Seashell Shrimp Salad. And luckily there's no shrimp mentioned in the ingredients, which is kind of funny. But I hate shrimp, so that's good. I wouldn't have been able to eat this. I would have had to leave the shrimp out anyways. So I'm guessing it's probably like shell pasta, but I don't have any shell pasta. All I have is elbow. But I mean, all pasta is basically the same. It's just the shape. It's all the same. I'm just gonna use elbow. 2.5 cups. I'm gonna cook that first, and then I'm gonna make the sauce for it. I don't know what you call it. The what would that be? Sauce? It's not sauce. Cream. I don't know. But what was I gonna say? Oh, 2.5 cups. That's a lot. I'm gonna be eating this pasta salad for days probably. All right, so I'm gonna cook that pasta up and get back to you. I forgot one thing. This is hilarious. It says there's a beef stroganoff recipe up here, just like jotted down, not an actual recipe. But he wrote beef stroganoff. I hate beef stroganoff, so I'm not gonna make that one. And it looks like he really did cook, because there's lovely stains on the paper, not in the book, like facsimile of the page. Stains. There were stains on the page, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so while the pasta is cooking, I chopped up the vegetables. It said 1/4 of a cup of onion. I like onion, so I made it a little bit heaping. Then it said celery and olives. It didn't say how much. I feel like celery can really kill a salad if you put too much in. So I just did one stick of celery, but I have this other one here in case it doesn't look right. And then it didn't say what type of olives or how much olives. I personally prefer green olives to black olives, but this recipe has dill and mustard, and I don't think that'll go well with a nice tangy green olive. So I did black olives. I also had a few black olives just sitting around that needed to be used. So that's that. Now I am gonna whip up the sauce / cream, whatever you want to call it. I'm just gonna mix it in this little cup right here. So it is dry dill. 1/2 teaspoon of dry dill. That's a lot of dill. Pasta's ready. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of the mustard. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And it says 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, but I'm just gonna do this because it's in a grinder. I'm just gonna shake in a little bit, or grind in a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna stir this up. Okay, so I didn't press record when I mixed this all together, but basically I just dumped the onions and the celery and the olives, and then I figured out it's dressing. It's not sauce. It's not cream, it's dressing. I put the dressing in because it's salad, so it's dressing. And I mixed it all up, and it looks delicious. It looks incredible. And I would have to say that 1 stalk of celery is the perfect amount. And I think it was like 10 or 12 black olives that I sliced up, and then 1/4 cup of onion, and then the dressing. It smells really good. It looks really good. I'm super excited. I'll let this sit in the refrigerator well, I'm moving on to the next bit, and it's always best to let these sit for a while before you eat them. Okay, so there's this recipe, and then, so I thought it was chicken, but didn't really see this part right here. It's not going to focus. So I saw this, then I noticed this, which you can barely read. It says 1/4 cup of water in the pan. I don't think you cook chicken with water in the pan. I think that might be steak, or maybe it's even fish. I don't know. All I have is chicken. So what I'm gonna do is sprinkle garlic salt on the chicken, rub flour on them, and brown them like that. So I was assuming this was a kind of barbecue sauce right here. It says ketchup, Coke, Worcestershire. Usually I dip my chicken into barbecue sauce, like it's a dip. So that's what I thought I would do. But now I'm thinking this was actually a steak recipe. But we'll just go with what we've got. There's no specifics. It's inspired by it, I guess. I don't know what's going on. I keep pushing the record button and it's not recording. So I mixed together the Worcestershire sauce, the ketchup, and some Coke. And I don't usually have Coke around, but I did happen to have this one little bottle that was expired on December 21st, 2020, and it's February 6th, 2021. I mean, that's not that long ago. It did taste a little off, but whatever. We're just making the best of things. You know, and I thought this was a barbecue sauce, but I think this is a steak sauce. And I think this is a steak recipe, because I'm pretty sure you would cook a steak in a little bit of water in a pan. I've never heard of cooking chicken with water in the pan, but I could be wrong. I've never cooked it that way. I think you don't want watery chicken. I'm frying up the chicken right now. Very basic. I guess it would be steak, though. But, I mean, we have no idea. We have no idea. We don't even know if this was supposed to go with it. We're just having fun and seeing what happens. I'm gonna finish cooking this, get it on a plate, because I'm starving. And I don't usually do this in elaborate of a lunch. There it is, on the plate. I'm about to try it, and I'll let you know what I think. Try this. Try the chicken. The chicken smells so good. I think the, I don't know, steak sauce slash barbecue sauce, I didn't really mix right, because it's a little watery. That's good. I mean, it's like basic, but it's good. That chicken's awesome, actually. Oh my god. Wow. I don't usually cook chicken like that. That's a good idea. I know you don't want to watch me eat. Wow. That's good. Alright. I tasted this pasta salad before I put it, noodle salad, or seashell salad, I think it was called, before I put it into the refrigerator, and it tasted amazing. It's been sitting now, so it should be even better. Oh my gosh. Super good. Oh my gosh. I'm totally going to make this pasta salad. I'm calling it pasta salad. Noodle salad. More often. Alright. This definitely gets a thumbs up. Okay, so that was a food. I still have another. I can't stop eating these. These must be like, there's like 2 sticks of butter and 2 cups of sugar in these things. It's crazy. And they're kind of sticky. A little bit sticky. But they're so good. It just feels like something from the 90s. Like something we made in home ec. Well, I didn't take home ec. So I don't know why I'm saying like something we made in home ec. I never took home ec. But it seems like something the kids in home ec would have made in the 90s. Did I take home ec? Okay. I guess that's all I have to say. Well, I mean, I could say a lot. But I think that's it for this video. See you next time. Thanks for watching.